What if I told you that the very system designed to help students access higher education has now put them in a $1.7 trillion hole? Yes, we are talking about the student loan debt crisis. It all started with the best of intentions. The Higher Education Act of 1965 was a game changer, opening up college doors to a broader spectrum of Americans. The government guaranteed loans, designed to make college more accessible for everyone. This act was a beacon of hope, a promise of a brighter future for many. And as time went on, this system was expanded, with more loans, more opportunities. But as with all good things, there were unintended consequences. As more and more students found themselves able to attend college, they also found themselves in deeper and deeper debt. As the system expanded, more and more students found themselves able to attend college, but at a cost. The expansion of the federal guaranteed loan system opened up a Pandora's box. Students were suddenly swimming in a sea of debt, thanks to the rise of private loans and tuition inflation. As a result of the expansion of federal guaranteed loans, a new player entered the scene: private loans. Unlike their federal counterparts, private loans weren't subject to the same regulations. This meant that private lenders could and did charge much higher interest rates. The allure of easy money proved too tempting for many students, who found themselves burdened with hefty debt, often before their academic journey had even begun. At the same time, colleges and universities saw an opportunity. With more students now having access to funds, these institutions began to raise their tuition fees. This phenomenon, known as tuition inflation, has seen the cost of higher education rise at a rate that far outpaces the general inflation rate. So, what we had was a perfect storm. On one hand, students were taking on increasing amounts of debt at high interest rates to fund their education. On the other, colleges were hiking up their prices in response to the increased availability of funds. The result? A vicious cycle of debt and inflation, where the cost of education kept rising, and students had to borrow more and more to keep up. Suddenly, the dream of higher education was turning into a financial nightmare for many. Fast forward to today, where we are in the midst of a fierce debate over student loan forgiveness. The student loan debt crisis has grown to epic proportions, with millions of Americans feeling its weight. Those arguing for loan forgiveness believe it's a necessary step in addressing this crisis. They argue that the sheer magnitude of the debt, over $1.5 trillion, is stifling economic growth. Graduates are postponing life milestones like buying homes or starting families because of their loan burdens. In addition, proponents of loan forgiveness see it as a matter of social justice. They argue that student debt disproportionately affects individuals from lower income backgrounds, who are often the first in their families to attend college. However, those against loan forgiveness present their own compelling arguments. Some worry about the fairness of forgiving loans when many have worked hard to pay off their own debts. There's also concern about the cost. Who will foot the bill for such a massive undertaking? Others fear that loan forgiveness could inadvertently inflate the cost of higher education, as colleges may raise tuition if they believe the government will simply foot the bill. Yet, amidst this debate, various solutions have been proposed. Income-driven repayment plans, for instance, adjust a borrower's monthly payments based on their income and family size. After a certain period, the remaining balance is forgiven. Loan cancellation is another proposition. This could involve wiping out a certain dollar amount for all borrowers, or targeting cancellation towards those with the highest debt-to-income ratios. Lastly, some propose making college tuition free. This would eliminate the need for student loans altogether, but it raises questions about how to fund such an initiative. The student loan debt crisis is a complex issue with no easy solutions. What's clear, however, is the urgent need for action. The question remains, what form will this action take, and how will it impact the lives of millions of Americans burdened by student debt? To sum up, the student loan debt crisis has its roots in well-intentioned policies that unfortunately spiraled out of control. We've delved into the origins and expansion of federal guaranteed loans, explored the rise of private loans, and the resulting tuition inflation. We've also grappled with the current debate over student loan forgiveness. It's clear the situation is complex with no easy answers. It is a crisis that affects us all, and one that requires thoughtful and comprehensive solutions. The question is, are we ready to face it?